in bare knuckle, or are you still going to continue to fight in MMA in general?
Look, for me, at this stage in my career, it's all about just opportunity and still enjoy fighting and stuff. So, yeah, I might like my main thing is MMA. I love MMA very much. This came up, and I'm very keen to do it. I don't think I'll stay in that forever, but yeah, it's certainly something I can pursue. If I become champion, I'll definitely try and defend it and carry on. But yeah, I'm very much open to anything. You know, like do like free agent. I can fight in kickboxing, boxing, MMA, whatever. You know.
You bring up a really interesting point. Will you know when to quit fighting? Have you got an idea of when the end is?
I don't have a clue, man. I really don't have a
It's a really good question.
But yeah, like the last couple of years, like my mind is drawn to, okay, what am I going to do after I fight? And like I said to myself, okay, well, I've got all this knowledge in fighting. I'll be able to teach and to give back from what I've learned. And I really want to open a gym one day and have my own fighters and train people, you know, average people and fighters, and just stay in the sport, you know.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I mean, well, you're kind of a baby in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, so you've still got another 8 years to dedicate before you see your belt in that. So that's at least a project to look forward to. And
no, definitely.
And you can certainly get involved with the. You can always go after the crazy Brazilians and go to IBJJF and try to conquer those mountains. But
yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot to learn for me. Like wherever I go, wherever I train, I'm very open-minded. Like my mind is always empty when I go and train, and I only take in what I learn. You know, that's how I am. I don't have anything specific that I say like this is the way you should do this, or this is the way you should do that. I'll take what everybody learns, teaches me, and like I'll form my own conception about it, and that's the way I fight. You know, I'll take what works for me, I'll leave what doesn't, and that's the way I am.
Are you super focused when you fight? Are you running it like a chess game while you're in the fight?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I try to stay focused all the time because, especially now in this bare knuckle, I mean it's the punches. There's no gloves, so
yeah.
You can get cut up. The ref will stop the fight. I've had several bad incidences where I got cut up too bad, and the ref had to stop the fight. And I wanted to continue, but it's probably safer for me. You know, that's why referees are there to save the fighters, because I know some guys are just crazy. They just carry on with the eye in out or whatever. But yeah, it's definitely you gotta be careful. You gotta move. You gotta stay focused. It's still fighting, man. It's not. I don't see it going to be like a brawl, like a high school brawl. Maybe when it sets off,
it's going to be pretty close. I got to be honest. It's going to be pretty close. I think all of the. I'm going to say this in general because I've interviewed so many. I think everybody is underestimating how quick everybody's going to cut. I think everybody's underestimating how fast this is going to be. And I'm not saying that to like scare anybody off or alienate any viewing audience. I think there are two factors to bare knuckle fighting that cannot be ignored. The toll it's going to take on your hands is legit. And secondly, hate to tell everybody, but your skin is real thin right above that eyebrow. And it's not going to take a whole lot to split that sucker open.
No, that's why you gotta move.
Stick and move.
Out of the way. Stick and move.
Okay, so I got to ask the question. Do you have a girlfriend?
Not at this time, man.
Okay, because I want to talk to somebody who's got a girlfriend who actually went in and had the speech about, hey, I'm going to have a bare knuckle fight. Because that's a substantial thing. You're messing with the moneymaker. I don't understand how Sean Merriman is doing this with a straight face. Like, his money is being made on Fox as an analyst on how he looks.
Yeah.
And he's going in there. I realize, how do I say this politically correct? He's got a fight that he should be competitive in. Is that a politically correct terminology? He's in a competitive fight as a first-timer. Yeah. But if he doesn't think he's not going to get split open, he's deranged.
I don't know. Everybody chooses their own path, man. That's what he wants to do. That's what he wants to do. And if he wants to do that, it means he's confident in doing it. And
tell me you're not interested in watching that fight.
No, definitely, yeah. All of the fights are interesting.
Well, look, even I, as a guy who's been reporting on it for 11 or 12 years, and the 2 times that I've fought, everybody in their head thinks, oh, yeah, I can do this. Oh, no, you can't. Mm-hmm. Oh, no, you can't. You don't understand what a real fighter is. I mean, the reason I did it is so that I could understand your mindset, but guys like you, guys who really fight for a living, because you love the sport, at some point, I realize you fight for championships, but you're a prize fighter. You're fighting to make money, and you're doing it for the love of the sport. Plus, you've got an internal thing inside of you that I've seen that's inherent in most fighters that you enjoy it. You've got to enjoy actually taking a person out. Like you've got to have the finish code. The finish code is not a normal human being trait. Until you stand over somebody who's wounded and you realize, I got to jump on this guy and I got to put his lights out. That's a pretty legit thing. That is pulling the trigger is a real thing.
For me, it's always like that. I don't have any feelings about that. It's like I'm generally a nice guy. Like I can be friends with anybody outside of a ring. But once we have to fight, we have to fight. It's if I'm going to see the opportunity to knock you out or do anything bad to you there, you signed up for it. You're going to get it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Afterwards, it's just entertainment, and it's something that people love, and it's something that I love to do.
I've heard Joe Rogan talk about it, and I'm probably in the same category with him, where I've literally watched that many fights and covered it that long. There is a special mechanism about guys just being able to, you got to just be able to do it. You got to pull the trigger. It's a legit thing. I think for me, and I say this to anybody who covers any striking sports, you got to go do it. You don't know. You got to go do it. You can't just be a fat armchair quarterback and think, I understand what's going on and I understand how these guys fight. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't know what it's like to feel claustrophobic in boxing gloves. You don't know.
It's a total different feeling. It's like really pushing your body to the limit and over, It's not something that you can get comfortable with. You got to be comfortable at being uncomfortable, basically. So it's something to get used to, and it's about hours and how much you train and how often you do it and how good you do it and how much you focus when you do it, and actually putting it to the test when you spar. And even sparring and fighting is not the same. I mean, you get comfortable in sparring because you've got maybe a head guard, you've got bigger gloves, and in fighting is just different. Now it's go. You leave everything out there, and you got to trust in your ability. And there's not really much time to think unless the guy's tired and gives you opportunities. But other than that, it's about trusting yourself and be there in the moment and just go for the win.
Yeah,
there is
something to be said about that. No doubt. It's funny because I've watched guys in our gym train who are getting ready for MMA and they still have headgear on. I said, "You haven't been hit yet. You don't know. you don't know. You don't know until you're hit." Ronda didn't know until Ronda literally was a different fighter until she really got hit. And then one day she really got hit, and that was the end of her career. And now she does pro wrestling. I mean, that's the reality. And everybody thinks you're minimizing what she did. I said, no, she did judo and got away with it for a very long time. And then somebody hit her really hard, and she saw her soul leave her body.
Yeah. No, that's true.
That's
true. That's literally what happens.
And what defines a real fighter like
your
you?
Conditioning comes in effect. Say again. I think when you really get hit hard in a fight, is where your conditioning comes in effect. It's like if you're well conditioned and like you've done good sparring, hard sparring, you're doing your training camp, and you get hit like that, you just come back quicker. Whereas other guys get rocked, they're either knocked out, or it takes them a longer while to get back. But yeah, it's all about conditioning, man. Taking time.
That's why I'm interested in you. I think you have a strong perspective for this fight, and I think you have a great chance of winning the tournament based on your history and your track record. You have watched your soul leave your body, and you came back, literally, and you were successful in MMA, in striking, and got wins after the fact. Like, it didn't define you to lose by a knockout punch. You came right back after that, and were still successful. That's a big deal.
Yeah, that was a thing for me. For me, the fights are only competition, and the thing is, you can always get better. If you lose a fight, you can learn something from that. You go and sit and watch it. Why did we get hit? Why did that? How did you feel? You got to go and have a conversation with yourself why you lost. It's never your trainer's fault. It's always your fault. You can't blame it on anybody else because it's you in there. And the reason why you lost is only because of you. You did something wrong. You're not mentally there. Something might have happened. And there's so many things that go into fighting, especially full contact fighting and probably bare knuckle fighting. But yeah, fighting is fighting. It's danger. It's you controlling your adrenaline and basically to trust in your training and your abilities and do what you were taught.
It is now my favorite part of the show that happens to everybody that I interview for the show, which I got approved long before I started recording this. I thought that really geeky fight talk would be boring to the general fan. I'm warming you up to what's going to happen next. So I decided that I would Google for every fighter that I've talked to for now on. We do weird questions to end their segment. Are you prepared?
Yes.
All right. Would you rather be famous or successful?
Successful.
Ooh.
That's the main thing. For me, it's to be successful and to be the best I can be in whatever I do. If I go out and do a job, like maybe work in somebody's house, or I do an average job, I'll make sure I'll do my best, and I'll do it as if it was mine. You know, that's my drive. I'm very positive. I don't get down, or I don't feel any emotions like that. I just stay positive. I believe in that, like a positive attitude can change anything. So that's me. Everything I do, I try to do that at my best.
I'm actually going to look forward to training at your gym when you open it up, because you have a unique perspective. I've talked to a lot of fighters. You're still very up on the sport, and you've had a long road at it, it's really impressive that you love the sport. You like fighting.
Oh, yeah.
There are people that are doing this.
It started out way back. I actually started, I wanted to become a boxer. That was my main thing. But there was no boxing in my area. And there was only kickboxing.
There's only kickboxing in South Africa.
Yeah.
I actually know that.
I didn't like kickboxing. Huh?
I actually know that about South Africa, that you only have kickboxing.
No, they've got boxing. There's some very good boxers came out of South Africa. So, but just in the area where I lived, I was still very young. I was just in school still, and so I could only go and train kickboxing. So I did that, and I didn't like it at first, but until I knocked this guy out, I said, okay, no, this is something I can pursue, and I started loving it. And I became the